California has a brand new first-time homebuyer program that kind of is blowing my mind a little bit. It was just released this week. It is offering a 20% down payment for your first-time home purchase, and that has zero monthly payment associated with it. My name is Dan Parker, your San Diego real estate resource. And of course, the question is this program too good to be true? Of course, there are going to be negatives, there are going to be challenges with it, but overall, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. But let us know down in the comments what you think about the program. All right, so let's talk about what exactly this program is. This is called Dream for All. This is put on by Cal HFA, or Cal HAFA, as it's commonly referred to, the California Housing Finance Agency. And my goal with this video is help you decide if this program is for you or for not. So obviously we're going to get into the specifics, the positives, the negatives, and help you analyze whether this makes sense or not. But make sure to watch this whole video and figure out soon whether you want to use this or not, because one of the biggest negatives is I don't anticipate this being around for very long. And because government is not typically very fast with implementation, this was actually brought about in the 2021 Assembly Bill 140 that empowered the state of California, the Treasurer's Office, to develop framework for this program to make homeownership more affordable to low and to actually moderate income Californians. So here we are 2 years later. There is a whopping $300 to $350 million set aside in the state of California for this down payment assistance program, which has a very unique cost to it. So basically how this works is you start with your regular loan. You start with a conventional loan. This cannot be used with FHA loans. This cannot be used with VA loans. You have to get a conventional loan, and you need to be a first-time homebuyer, which is very loosely defined here. You basically can't have owned a primary residence in the last 3 years. So if you owned a primary residence 3 years ago, you've been renting or living with a friend or family since then, you can still qualify for this program. And lastly, you have to meet the Cal HFA income limits, which for San Diego County is $211,000 per household. So it's not a small amount of money, but in order to purchase and be able to afford million and multi-million dollar homes here in San Diego, of course, that's not going to get you to a $3 million property, but it can absolutely get your foot in the door on a home. So this Dream for All program is set up as a second loan, but you don't have to make any payments until you sell or refinance or transfer the property. And there are some specifics involved with that. And yes, you did hear me right, zero payments on this 20% down payment, essentially until you sell your house. If you own your house for 20 years and then sell your house, you make zero payments on this 20% down payment. I mean, that is absolutely crazy. So this is called a shared appreciation loan. This is something that is brand new, that has never been seen before. And essentially when you sell or refinance, you're going to owe back that loan in full, that 20% down payment loan in full, plus 20% of the appreciation of the home. So if you started with a house that was $500,000, you get a 20% down payment, which is $100,000. And a couple years down the line, you sell that home for $600,000. So you gained $100,000 in appreciation, then you're going to owe back that $100,000 loan plus $20,000, which is 20% of the appreciation. Of course, there are some other complexities involved with that. That's not what this video is going to get into. Like, you should really talk to a loan originator, someone that really knows this program, to figure out whether it works for you or not. I don't want to get too nuanced here, but overall, this is an incredible opportunity for some home buyers out there. And there are some additional requirements worth mentioning. You need to take 2 courses. One is a quick course about shared appreciation, what that is, what it means. The other one is a little bit more lengthy. It is an 8-hour course about being a first-time home buyer, and it does have a cost of $100 or $99. So it's not necessarily the worst idea in the world, but just know that this is part of the qualification process for this Dream for All program. So let's get to the positives here. First of all, in a way, this is going to give you more purchasing power. It's going to give certain people more purchasing power for a property. That's right. You can now afford that beautiful oceanfront La Jolla mansion that I would love to come visit. Let's go check it out. Okay, obviously, that's not going to be the smart move for a lot of people that are utilizing this program, but I think what this means is it gives people the opportunity to afford a house in our market that maybe weren't able to before. I mean, a big barrier in our market becoming a first-time home buyer is having that down payment, having those closing costs, and having some money left over in the bank in case something goes wrong, and planning for plan B, in case you lose your job or have to sell your home in a couple of years and it ends up costing you money because of the commissions and the closing costs that are involved with that. And from personal experience working with first-time buyers and talking to a lot of people that want to become first-time buyers, usually the biggest challenge is going to be that down payment. So it's hard to compete with buyers that are bringing equity from a home sale. So this is going to put more people in the opportunity zone in order to buy a property here in San Diego County. Another positive on this is, although refinancing is a situation where you typically are going to have to repay this loan, you are given one opportunity to refinance and hold on to this loan, which is fantastic because we are in a situation right now where between 6 and 7% on a conventional loan, which is very high compared to where it's been over the last 10 years. And very, very likely we're going to be in a situation in the next 12 to 24 months where a lot of people are going to have the opportunity to refinance. I, for one, bought a house 3 weeks ago, and although I'm not banking on this, I think it is very, very likely that we are going to be in a situation to where we can refinance in the next 1 to 2 years and save us $500 to $1,000 a month on our monthly mortgage. So having that opportunity to refinance is great. It's a little nerve-wracking because you only get one shot at it, but for anyone out there that's going to utilize this program, that is great, great news. In fact, I would say this turns this program into probably the best first-time homebuyer program that I have ever seen. But that doesn't mean this program does not come with negatives. It does come with negatives, and let's get into that right now. So first off, you have to have a valid contract accepted. You have to have an offer accepted before you can actually reserve these funds. So although you can get approved for this program, they don't set aside the funds for you until you have a contract accepted. So imagine this. Imagine the emotional state of going through the process of finding the right house, getting an offer accepted, to only find out there's no more money left. You actually aren't going to get access to this program. So a couple things here. For one, for the buyer, that is emotionally exhausting. I don't want any of my clients to go through that situation. The other sides of this are also worth mentioning as well. Is this is gonna be akin, or it's gonna be very similar to what was happening with VA loans over the height of the pandemic, where there were a lot of competing offers. Sellers and listing agents were actually suggesting against VA loans because a lot of those VA loans were putting $0 down, making that loan a little bit riskier. In this situation, sellers and listing agents, I have no question in my mind, if they're looking at two offers to purchase a property, one is this program where the buyer is financing 100% of the loan, including the 20% down payment, versus someone that's offering a 20% down payment, has extra money in the bank. Which one of those are they going to choose? Of course, they're going to choose this one over here where they have more financial stability. They have more money set aside in case there is an appraisal gap, and they know that this program might run out of funds. It's going to run out of funds. It's not going to last forever. It might be 1 or 2 or 3 months before these $350,000 are gone and utilized. So part of this is it's going to be harder to get your offers accepted. It's also going to have another effect where it's actually going to make prices go up here in San Diego County, because not only are more buyers out there, has more people submitting offers, but if it's harder for them to get their offers accepted, they're submitting more offers and more offers, then the sellers on those properties that are receiving those offers, it's going to really bring up the price against other offers that are coming in. And let me break this down so it makes sense. It is a regular occurrence in my world where I'm representing buyers. We want to put an offer in and we ask about other offers they have in hand. Now we know these are offers that we have to compete against. Of course, they're not going to tell us, oh, it's very unlikely we're going to accept this offer, or we'd much rather accept another offer, even if it were a lower price. They're not going to mention that. All they're going to mention is where the price is at. So of course, this is going to help drive prices up, which is not something we want to see. Another negative here is when you're not bringing more money to the table, it's increasing the risk on that investment. If you need to go around and sell that property in 2 years' time and home prices remain flat, you're actually going to come out negative. Between the closing costs selling your house and real estate agent commissions, you're going to be coming in out of pocket to have to sell that home in 2 years. The more money, the more equity you build into the house, less risk that you're involved with. So my recommendation is, if you are going to utilize this program, hopefully you're in a situation to where you can live in that house or plan to live in that house at least 5 years. I think 5 years is a good number. Now, I'm very bullish on what's going to happen with the real estate market. I think prices are going to continue to go up, but even still, like let's cover our bases. Let's make sure we have plan B in place if you are going to utilize this program. And perhaps the biggest negative of this program is they only have limited funds available. So $300,000 to $350,000. If the average purchase is $500,000, which is well below our median price point here in San Diego, but let's just pretend the average purchase price is $500,000, which means a $100,000 down payment. That means 3,000 people are going to have the opportunity to utilize this program, which is a good thing. San Diego is only about 10% of the state. So that means there are about 300 people here in San Diego who are going to have the opportunity to utilize this program. Now, how quickly is this going to go is going to be another very interesting thing to see. I think it is likely it might be completely fully used up in the next 1 to 3 months. I don't see it lasting 6 months. I don't see it lasting 12 months. And although the way that this is designed is to be a self-sustaining program, we don't have to put more tax dollars into funding this, more than likely, because when someone repays back that loan with the appreciation, that's all going to go into a pot to help more first-time homebuyers. But let's be honest, looking at the risk factor that we were talking about, it's probably going to be 10, 15, 20 years before this thing is fully funded again. And so if you're looking to utilize this program in 6 months, in 12 months, in the next couple of years, it's going to be very challenging. Even if you want to use it today, it's very likely that this can be completely gone before you actually get an offer accepted on a home. So considering all these factors, is this program actually worth it to utilize if you're a potential home buyer here in San Diego or in California? And I think the answer is yes. Here's the reality. I'm very, very skeptical of these first-time homebuyer programs. This is not the first-time homebuyer program that is out there. There are other programs out there, but usually they come with high interest rates. Usually it's just an added risk. You're having to pay every single month towards that balance, and it's actually not going to be beneficial for the buyer. I think in this situation, if I were a first-time homebuyer, I would absolutely be looking to utilize this program, but hopefully I'm in a situation to where I have a plan B. If I don't get this program accepted, what's going to be my plan B? Do I actually have enough funds to make this purchase? Can I lean on some family members or someone else to help me with that down payment with a gift? There are options out there for a lot of people. But overall, yes, I'm incredibly impressed with this program, and I think it is right for a lot of people to check out. So if you want some more information, just remember Cal HFA is not a lender themselves. You have to go through a loan officer or someone that knows the program. So if you need to get in touch with someone, let me know. Feel free to reach out. I have Derek Evans, who's been on the show. I have Danny Drysdale. We have lenders that we recommend that we work with all the time that I know stay educated about these types of programs. Where I'm recording right now today, this was just released 2 days ago. So there are a lot of lenders out there that haven't done the research. Make sure to reach out to someone who knows the ins and outs of this program. I didn't go through all the nuances. You want to reach out to someone who knows them way better than me or than you or than your average lender. So if you need that resource, reach out to me. I'm happy to recommend them to you. And of course, together, we can help put together a plan for your first home purchase here in San Diego. So if you are ever looking to buy or sell a home here in San Diego County, myself, Best Life Home Team, we would love to help. And if you really want to know whether this is the right time or not to buy a house, you need to check out this video right here. Let's help you live your best life here in San Diego. We'll see you on the next one.